Hello and welcome. I'm delighted to be doing this interview with Amlan Basu, a student I worked with in 2017-18 when he was applying to colleges. Now he's graduated from UMass Amherst with a double major in economics and mathematics and statistics. It's interesting that in our earlier conversation, Amlan, you mentioned that the job search process for you, as for many international students, can be very tedious. And this segment, which we do, is going to be about sharing tips for students who are in their senior year or even in high school, thinking of college and beyond a little early. What was your journey like in your junior senior years, becoming a pre-professional sort of applicant to these companies eventually?
So I remember in 2020, like the COVID hit us really bad, and I was looking for internships in the US. But there was no one who was taking interns at then because the company balance sheet had all gone for a toss, and like people weren't spending that much on interns because they didn't have enough to give to the employees. So I went to a phase in which I actually thought myself, like how can I improve my CV? How can I make my CV better to stand out from other people at UMass and from other colleges that are competing for the same job? So even though I was a stat and an econ major, I was actually interested in a financial job. So I wanted to become an investment banker or a financial analyst after college. So then I started applying to a few internship positions for my summer internship last year, and I realized that I wasn't getting in any one of them. And the reason I wasn't getting in is because I don't have the right skills. I'm not a finance major. So that was something that was really bothering me because I used to apply to so many companies but not get in. Then I did the data science specialization course, which I think improved my CV a lot. That is something my advisors at my college also had told me that it's a brilliant thing that you've done, sitting at home in COVID. So I think that helped me build my CV. But when I still applied for internships, I couldn't get through. So then last year, I think I applied to over 250 different companies for full-time work offers and all of that because my semester was almost ending, and it was a real pain and a journey of a frustrating individual who thought that like what am I going to do after 4 months? I have nothing to do in the US, and as an international student, it's very hard to stay in the US if you don't have a job because your F1 will crash any day because if you're not doing anything. So after a lot of ways I improved my CV, after a lot of job applications that I submitted, I finally got into Santander Consumer and as a senior risk analyst, and that's something which I was really delighted on because even that was a really tough procedure. Like I had 7 to 8 interviews. I also had COVID in between, so I gave all my interviews while I had COVID. And but like you got to always keep on fighting for the place. And there are many who were like me. I remember giving an exam for them, which we had to qualify in order to join the company because they want the best analyst to work. So after I gave my interviews for an analyst, they promoted me to a senior analyst before I started working. So they told me that like you have the right skill sets and the internship experience and exactly what we want. So we would want you to come one grade higher and like sort of work with a team of analysts who you can like groom and like make their CVs and their quantitative skills stronger for managing the company. So that is something I look forward to starting next week.
That's fantastic. It ended well for you, and I'm delighted that all the frustration of applying to so many companies paid off. So, for everyone listening, I think there's so many lessons of resilience, patience, upskilling that we can take from Amlan. So, thank you for sharing that, and look forward to following you in the future and getting you on our panel once again. In our LinkedIn section of this video where we post, Amlan, we'd want you to share some links of the certification program or things that you did in college, the resources that you used to upskill yourself.
Sure.
Good to have that as well.
Absolutely.
Take care. So long.
Thank you.